Camera opens with a close-up of sizzling meat in a cast-iron skillet. The sound of searing fills the air. Slow-motion shots capture spices sprinkling onto the meat, flames igniting as oil hits the pan. Text overlay, the ultimate fried meat recipe. Hey, culinary connoisseurs, welcome back to Epicurean Edge, your hub for mastering the art and science of cooking. Chef Alex here, and today we're turning up the heat. If you're ready to take your frying game to the next level, you're in the right place. We're diving deep into creating the ultimate fried meat that's not just crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside, but also bursting with flavor thanks to some advanced techniques and a dash of food science. Stick around because we'll uncover pro tips that even seasoned chefs might find enlightening. Let's get started. An overhead shot of a meticulously organized workstation. All ingredients are laid out in gleaming glass bowls. Measuring scales, thermometers, and spice grinders hint at the precision and expertise involved. Let's break down the components of our masterpiece. Meat selection. We're using a trio of meats to explore different textures and flavors. Organic chicken breast, dry-aged beef sirloin, and heritage breed pork chops. When selecting your meats, consider factors like marbling scores, pH levels affecting tenderness, and the aging process. For instance, did you know that dry-aged beef undergoes enzymatic changes over 21 days that concentrate flavor and improve tenderness? Marinade components. Our marinade is where science meets flavor. We'll need cultured buttermilk with its lactic acid bacteria, aged soy sauce, and fresh squeezed lemon juice. This acidic mixture not only adds tang but also tenderizes the meat proteins through denaturation. For the spice blend, we'll use freshly ground garlic powder, dehydrated at low temperatures to preserve allicin, smoked paprika for that depth of flavor, freshly cracked black pepper, and Himalayan pink salt. Breading station. Our triple-layer breading station includes high-gluten all-purpose flour for structure, pasture-raised eggs for binding, and a 50-50 mix of Japanese panko breadcrumbs and homemade sourdough crumbs for an unparalleled crunch. Cooking oil. We'll be frying in refined peanut oil due to its high smoke point of 450 degrees Fahrenheit, 232 degrees Celsius, and neutral flavor profile. Alternatively, rice bran oil is an excellent choice, boasting a high smoke point and antioxidants like oryzanol. Optional ingredients. Herbs and spices. For an aromatic twist, we're incorporating fresh thyme and rosemary, which will release essential oils during cooking. For heat aficionados, a pinch of cayenne pepper or Aleppo chili flakes can elevate the spice level. First, we need to prepare our proteins. Rinse the meats under cold running water to remove any impurities. Pat them dry thoroughly using a lint-free cloth or paper towels. Moisture on the surface will impede the Maillard reaction. Cut the meat into uniform thickness, about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, to ensure even cooking. For chicken, consider butterflying thick breasts. Consistency is key to achieving that perfect golden crust uniformly. Marinating process. In a non-reactive bowl, combine 1 cup, 240 milliliters of buttermilk, 2 tablespoons, 30 milliliters of soy sauce, and the juice of 1 lemon. This acidic environment will tenderize the meat fibers by breaking down connective tissues. Add the spice blend. 1 teaspoon, 5 grams of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Whisk the marinade until it's homogeneous. Submerge the meat in the marinade, ensuring each piece is fully coated. For maximum flavor infusion, use a vacuum-sealed bag to remove air and expedite the marinating process. Marinating time. Allow the meat to marinate for at least 30 minutes at room temperature. For optimal results, refrigerate overnight up to 12 hours. This extended marination allows the acids and enzymes to penetrate deeper, enhancing tenderness and flavor. Now, let's set up our breading station, a critical component for that coveted crispy crust. Step 1. Seasoned flour mixture. In the first bowl, mix 2 cups 240 grams of all-purpose flour with a pinch of salt, freshly ground black pepper, and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. The seasoning in the flour layers flavor right onto the meat. Step 2. Egg wash. Crack 3 large eggs into the second bowl. Whisk until the whites and yolks are thoroughly combined. For enhanced adhesion, add a tablespoon 15 milliliters of buttermilk from the marinade. Step 3. Breadcrumb blend. In the third bowl, combine 1 cup 120 grams each of panko and sourdough breadcrumbs. The differing sizes and textures will create a complex, crunchier crust. Pro tip: use the wet hand, dry hand technique to keep your hands and workspace cleaner. Designate one hand for touching dry ingredients and the other for wet ingredients. Trust me, it makes the process much smoother. Remove the meat from the marinade, allowing excess liquid to drip off. Dredge each piece in the seasoned flour, making sure to coat all sides evenly. Shake off any excess flour. This prevents a gummy texture. Next, dip the floured meat into the egg wash. Let the excess egg drip off to avoid a soggy crust. Finally, press the meat into the breadcrumb mixture, ensuring a thorough and even coating. For an extra thick crust, you can repeat the egg wash and breadcrumb steps. This is called double breading. Place the breaded pieces on a wire rack set over a baking sheet. Allow them to rest for 10 to 15 minutes. This drying period helps the breading adhere better and prevents it from falling off during frying. It also allows the starches to hydrate, contributing to a crispier crust. Time to heat things up. Pour about 2 inches 5 centimeters of refined peanut oil into a heavy-bottomed pot or Dutch oven. This helps maintain a consistent temperature and prevents hot spots. Using a deep fry thermometer, heat the oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees. Maintaining this temperature is crucial. Too low and the food absorbs oil and becomes greasy. Too high and the exterior burns before the interior cooks. Consider using an induction burner for precise temperature control. Safety first. Always have a metal lid or a baking sheet nearby to smother potential flare-ups. Never fill the pot more than halfway with oil to prevent overflow. Ensure your workspace is clear of any flammable materials. Gently lower the meat into the hot oil using tongs or a spider strainer, laying it away from you to avoid splashes. Do not overcrowd the pot. Frying too many pieces at once lowers the oil temperature, resulting in a soggy crust. Listen to the sizzle. That's the sound of water vapor escaping, which helps prevent oil from penetrating the meat. Fry the meat for approximately 3 to 5 minutes per side, depending on thickness. For chicken and pork, it's imperative to reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees for safety. For beef, medium rare is around 135 degrees Fahrenheit, 50-70 degrees Fahrenheit. But since we're frying thin cuts, we're aiming for medium at 145 degrees, 63 degrees. Use a thermocouple probe for fast and accurate readings. Carefully flip each piece halfway through the cooking time using tongs. This ensures even browning on both sides. Observe the color and texture. You're looking for a golden brown crust with a surface temperature that promotes the Maillard reaction without burning. Once cooked to perfection, remove the meat from the oil, allowing excess oil to drip back into the pot. Transfer the fried meat to a wire rack set over a baking sheet, not onto paper towels. While paper towels absorb oil, they can also create steam, making the crust soggy. Elevating the meat allows air to circulate, keeping the crust crisp. To complement our fried delicacies, let's prepare a side that balances the richness. Today, we're making a tangy fennel and apple slaw. The acidity and crunch will cut through the fried meat's fattiness, providing a refreshing contrast. Let's also whip up a gourmet dipping sauce. In a bowl, combine ½ cup 120 milliliters of homemade aioli, emulsified egg yolks, garlic, and olive oil, 2 tablespoons of sriracha for heat, zest and juice of 1 lime for brightness, a teaspoon 5 ml honey for balance. Whisk until smooth. This sauce offers layers of flavor, spicy, tangy, sweet, that elevate the overall dish. Presentation is crucial. It engages the senses even before the first bite. On a large, warmed platter, artfully arrange the fried meat. Use odd numbers when plating. It's more visually appealing. Nestle the fennel and apple slaw beside the meat, allowing the colors to contrast beautifully. Garnishing. Finish with microgreens or freshly chopped herbs like parsley or chives sprinkled over the top. Place a wedge of grilled lemon on the side. Grilling the lemon caramelizes the natural sugars, adding depth when squeezed over the meat. All right, moment of truth. Let's dive in. Takes a generous close in appreciation. The crust is exquisitely crispy, cracking audibly as you bite through it, a testament to our precise breading and frying technique. The meat inside is unbelievably juicy and tender, thanks to the marination and precise cooking temperatures. The complex flavors from the spices, the slight tang from the buttermilk, and the aromatic herbs all play harmoniously. The dipping sauce adds that final layer, a spicy kick followed by citrus notes and a hint of sweetness. To achieve consistent results, consider these pro tips. Double breading. For an extra crispy crust, double dip the meat in the egg wash and breadcrumbs. Temperature control. Use a digital thermometer to monitor oil temperature constantly. Resting meat. After frying, let the meat rest for a few minutes. This allows the juices to redistribute, enhancing juiciness. If you're looking for healthier alternatives, air frying. Preheat your air fryer to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 205 degrees Celsius. Spray the breaded meat with a light coating of high smoke point oil. Cook for 10 to 12 minutes, flipping halfway. Oven baking. Place the breaded meat on a wire rack over a baking sheet. Bake at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes until golden and cooked through. Got leftovers? Slice the meat thinly and use it in sandwiches with arugula and aioli, a topping for ramen or udon noodles, as protein in a Caesar salad with a twist. If this deep dive into the art of frying meat has ignited your culinary passion, smash that like button. Don't miss out on future episodes where we unravel cooking techniques and food science. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're always in the know. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite meat to fry? And what unique twists do you add to your recipes? Have questions about techniques or ingredients? Drop them in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. Thank you, fellow Epicureans, for joining me on this flavorful journey. Your support and enthusiasm inspire me to push culinary boundaries. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll delve into molecular gastronomy and create a deconstructed lemon tart that'll dazzle your senses. Until next time, keep experimenting and savoring every bite. Happy cooking! Roll end credits with background music, an upbeat, jazzy tune. On-screen, clickable thumbnails appear for recommended videos, The Science of Perfect Pasta and Mastering Sous Vide at Home. Display social media handles @EpicureanEdge on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes content and sneak peeks. Music continues as the camera pans over the finished dish one last time, fading out gracefully.